Hey everyone, it's Melissa Metcalf here, coming to you live from the fitness center at Foothills Wellness Center. It is Thursday, April the 9th. It is 1:30 in the afternoon. Well, almost 1:30, a couple minutes before. I always like to sign on just a little early to make sure that we're not going to have any technology issues and give everyone just a few moments to join us. So if you are joining us live today, thank you so much. It is an absolutely beautiful day out there today. If you are joining us later on via our YouTube channel, welcome. Thank you so much for dedicating this time to you and bettering your health and fitness. That's always a great use of your time. So we've got just about 1 minute. Hopefully some people will be joining us in just a little bit. I have a feeling it's going to be a smaller crowd than normal today because it is absolutely beautiful outside today. So, all right, I'm going to head back to the mat here and go ahead and safely get on the exercise ball and give it just a couple seconds and we'll get started. So here we go. All right, so if you have your exercise ball, go ahead and get on that ball safely. We're going to make sure that our feet are directly out from our hips. Feet are flat on the floor, and we're just going to start gently bouncing here. Not too much of a bounce, just enough to kind of warm that body up. So once we started a gentle bounce here, we're going to continue warming ourselves up with our breathing. So what I want you to do is bring those arms out, palms face together. So your hands should be directly out from those shoulders. We're going to take a deep breath in through our nose, and when we do, we're opening up those arms. So inhale through our nose, arms are coming out, exhale back together. So we're exhaling through our mouth, inhaling through our nose, arms are out, exhale through your mouth, arms are coming back together. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Continuing to do a soft bounce on that exercise ball. Good, one more. And then gently allowing those palms to come down to your knees. Also on this one, what I want you to add is a focus on your core. So find that belly button, suck it to your spine. This time when we inhale through our nose, our arms are coming up. So inhale up. Exhale through that mouth down. Inhale. Exhale. Check that position. The chin should be straight. Spine should be straight. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Good. And just let those hands just kind of rest on those thighs. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into sign of the cross. So for those of you who are beginners, who are just joining us, what I want you to do is I want you to come slightly forward. So bend those knees a little bit. You want to create almost an imbalanced situation here where it forces you to engage that core. So we're strengthening the core and then also improving our balance here. So we're coming forward a couple of bounces and we're going back. For those of you more advanced, if you want to take a step back with those feet where you're on the balls of those feet, you certainly can. That just creates a little bit more instability. We're going to come back to center, and then we're going to go out to the side. So notice, even though I go out to the side, I'm not leaning to one side or the other. I'm making sure that my spine is straight. If you need to hold on to the ball here, you're like, I'm not sure about this, then hold on to the ball. We don't want anyone falling off the exercise ball. And then we're going to the other side. So once again, we're creating this instability here to where we really have to find that belly button, suck it to your spine, engage that core, and this in turn improves our posture. It also improves our balance. All right, we're coming back center, going forward. So you can see here, forward, back, side to side. That's why we call it sign of the cross. We're going back. Gently bouncing to the side. It almost feels like this bum cheek is a little off the ball. That's what you want. And the other side. Let's do it one more time, everyone. Here we go. Back forward. Gently bouncing, breathing though. We're practicing that deep lymphatic breathing. So breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. And side to side. And other side. Good. Coming back center, making sure to check that foot placement. Hip width apart, directly out from those hips. We're still going to continue bouncing here. For beginners, we're going to do single leg. So this is also going to engage our core, strengthen our core, and improve our balance. Beginners, heel on the floor. So I have my right heel on the floor, I'm bouncing. For more advanced intermediate, you're bringing that leg up while gently bouncing. Notice that I have my hands out to the side. It just kind of helps me with my balance. If you are a beginner and this is your first class, please keep that heel on the floor. This is a really good one if you have not engaged that core and worked on balance, that you will slide right off the ball, okay? Gently bringing that right foot back down to the floor and or your mat, placing that left heel on the floor, mat in front of you, and or bringing that leg up. Good, breathing. Don't hold your breath here. That's what causes injuries, muscle strains and sprains, particularly when you're exercising, you're not breathing, you're forcing yourself to hold this position. So I always tell everyone, if you have trouble with that, and usually you know if you do, just talk. I know there's probably, if there is somebody there with you, talk to them. If not, talk to me, talk to the camera. And gently coming back down. So we're going to continue lightly bouncing here. And then we're gently going to come to a stop. Grab that exercise ball if you need to. Engage that core. We're going to roll forward, and we're going to come up off that exercise ball. And I'm going to tuck this exercise ball over here in the corner. Hopefully it stays. We're going to move to the arm section. So with the arms, we're going to be doing our back exercise with our arms, making sure that that elbow is straight, wrist is straight, shoulders are square, chin is level. We're looking towards the anchor point where that band is attached, or if you have it attached to a door, that's fine. We're coming back for 10. Slow, controlled movement here. You want that negative and positive resistance. That's what builds muscle. That's also what rehabs any type of shoulder issues, bicep, tricep, elbows, any injuries that you have. Because this is a resistance band, you control the resistance. 2 more. So you can stand closer to the anchor. That reduces the resistance, or take a step back from the anchor, and that's going to increase. So you always want to start this exercise, or any exercise with resistance bands, with your strongest arm. So your strong arm is then going to teach your weak arm exactly what it needs to be doing. 3 more. 1 more. So we're doing 2 sets of 10, so now we're going to go back to the original arm, the arm that we started with first, for 10. Once again, check that position, making sure here that you're not twisting at the waist or twisting those hips for this exercise. This is an arm exercise. So you should be feeling this in that bicep, that tricep, supraspinatus muscle, even kind of that lat muscle running along that shoulder line. 2 more. And 1 more. Good. And then switching to the second arm for 10. Once again, we are standing up nice and straight and tall. Shoulders are square, chin is level. We're breathing, however, we still do have that core engaged. Feet are hip width apart. 2 more. Last one. All right, so now we're going to be doing the out exercise. So for this one, once again, check that form. Feet are hip width apart. We're standing up nice and straight and tall. Core is engaged, so we're finding that belly button, sucking it to our spine. You are going to control the angle here. So if you have shoulder issues, start down here where that band is going to come right across that belly, right across those abs. If that feels okay, then you can come up. Ideally, directly out from that shoulder here. We're moving that scapula, we're moving that shoulder blade, so you should feel that moving in the back. This is a great exercise for defining the shoulder muscles, rehabbing the shoulder, and defining those back muscles. We're coming up on swimsuit seasons, summer season, tank tops. That's what makes us look really good. All right, switching. Checking our form. And here we go for 10. Breathing, core is engaged. Slow, controlled movement. So don't let that resistance band take control. You control it. 2 more. Last one. And here we go, for 10 again. Remember, we're doing 2 sets of 10. Are you breathing? Is your core engaged? Chin level. Don't look down at our bellies and our feet. We all have them. 2, and last one. Good. And then our last set of 10 on the second arm. So here we go. Breathing, core's engaged. Two more. Last one. Good. So now we're going to move to the hip hikers. So if you don't have a step anywhere near you or in your house, you can also use a yoga block. That actually came as a great suggestion from one of the participants that takes the classes here in person. So I'm going to walk you through this. So if you have a step, I'm going to square that right foot along the edge of that step. I'm going to come up. Now from here, we want to make sure that we do not bend that right knee. That right leg is going to stay straight the entire time. So I'm holding on to a grab bar here. You would be holding on to a handrail either in front or in back of you for stability and balance. Or if you've done this enough times where you're really comfortable with engaging that core and keeping that balance, you can do this without holding on. However, if you're a beginner, I do not recommend that. I'm going to place my left hand on my left hip because that's the only thing that's going to be moving here. It's going, I'm going to gently bring that left hip up and then down. It's this slight action here. So what we're doing is we are stretching and strengthening that low back, kind of that lumbar area in the back where your belt line is. You know you're doing it correctly when you kind of feel a little twinge almost in that back. So we're doing 2 sets of 10 here. So I've got 2 more. And last one. Now I'm going to safely and gently turn around. I'm going to square this left foot on the step. The right leg's hanging down. Once again, my right hand is coming to my right hip. My chin is level, shoulders are square. So I'm not moving my shoulder up either. If you'll notice, it's just my hip. Left leg, the left knee is not bending, it's straight. So 10 on this side. Engage that core. It's very easy for this one to forget that and let that belly hang down. This is a balance one as well, so we want to engage that core. 2 more. Last one. Remember, 2 sets of 10, so here we go. Back to the right foot. Breathing. Chin is level. Engage that core. I've got 3 more. 2 and 1. Good. Last set of 10 now. Squaring up that left foot. Right leg's hanging down. Here we go. Chin is level. I'm not looking down at the knees. I'm not looking down at my feet. I'm focused on engaging that core. I'm focused on keeping that left leg straight. And I'm focused on where this is stretching and strengthening, which is that low back lumbar area. 2 more. Last one. Good. All right. transition down to our mats, and we're going to be doing marching on your back. So, however you can transition safely, without injury, and carefully down to your mat, do so. Okay. So once I'm down on the mat, I'm going to bend those knees, placing those feet flat on the mat. I'm going to grab that right or left hamstring, it doesn't matter, never behind your knee, and I'm going to gently use that to lay myself back. Once I come down on the mat, the back of my head is not going to come back up. So then I'm going to place that foot back on the mat. I'm going to straighten out those legs to where they're straight. I'm going to have to adjust myself just a little bit here. Kind of kicking my exercise ball. All right. Once here, I'm going to bring both arms up, palms face together. I'm going to ball up both fists, leaving those thumbs pointed out. So it's going to be opposite arm and leg. So when the left arm goes back, the right arm comes down, and I'm sliding that right foot up for a bended right knee. The left foot is still flexed, but you will notice here how the entire left side is stretched out. So we're just resetting our spine here. This is easier to do with socks and or without socks. However, not with shoes, because you'll notice that I'm not lifting my legs up. It is simply a sliding motion, action. And I like to hold. So once I stretch out, I like to hold for just a moment. You might hear some Rice Krispies, what I call Rice Krispies, snap, crackle, and pop. That's just that spine resetting. Good. So you will do 20 of these. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. You get the picture, you get the idea. Notice though that I still have my core engaged here. So I still have that belly button stuck to my spine. I'm going to do one more here. Good. All right, and now just release those hands, palms face down on either side of those thighs. Deep breath in, exhale it out. Good. For beginners, we are going to be doing pelvic tilts. So we're going to gently bend those knees, placing those feet flat on the mat. Without lifting that bum up off the mat, we're simply going to tilt that pelvis to where we're trying to get the bottom of our breastbone and pelvic region to touch. That is a pelvic tilt. So we're engaging our core here. Notice that the back of my head is still on the mat. I just have my arms loosely laid out right beside my hips. So you guys are going to continue that more advanced. If you can easily grab that exercise ball, we're going to be passing the ball. So here, really engaging that core, finding that belly button, sucking it to your spine. We're going to bring the ball up with our legs, grab it with our hands, coming up above our head, bringing it back, grabbing it with those feet, and gently back down to the mat. So passing the ball. Again, this is an intermediate advanced move here. For those of you who are beginners, you're doing pelvic tilt. Good. All right. So you're going to be doing 20 of those. So right now what we're going to do is we are going to gently turn over to where we are on our mats, on our knees, behind our exercise balls. So how I'm going to do that gently and safely is I'm going to roll over onto my left side. I'm going to use that right palm face down in front of my chest to gently push up and sitting myself up. I'm going to find my exercise ball coming up on my knees. I'm going to get the exercise ball to where it's right in front of me, pushed up against those legs and my core, and I'm going to gently lay on the ball. Once I am balanced on the ball, then I'm going to rock forward, bringing those toes on the mat to where my legs are straight. I'm at an angle. I'm going to take a deep breath in through my nose. I'm going to exhale it out, and when I do, I'm wrapping my arms around the exercise ball, chin to your exercise ball. The next inhale, I'm coming up for a gentle back extension. So when your low back, your neck, your mid-back, mid-thoracic tells you to stop, please listen and stop. Exhale, completely back down to the ball. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. One more. Good. And then back down. So if you were in the in-person class, we would have done that for a count of 20. So you can certainly do that on your own. Because this has been reduced to 30 minutes, the in-person class is usually 45 minutes. So if you need a little bit of a break, I always recommend to come back in a little bit of a modified child's pose here. We're just kind of hugging the ball, rocking on the ball. Just gives that low back just a little bit of a break. All right, we're going to come back up on the ball, and we're going to be doing opposite arm and leg, or what a lot of people like to call bird dog. So this time when we come up on the ball, place those hands on the mat and gently walk forward. So notice my toes are still on the mat. With this one, we're really going to have to engage that core. So that ball should be resting along your ab section here, your core section. So we're going to find that belly button, suck it to our spine. Notice that my neck and head is level, even with my spine. Then I'm going to bring that left arm up, right leg up. I'm going to flex that right foot down just to give me a little bit more stretch in that leg. Notice that my left hand, my thumb is pointing up, so I have full range of motion with that shoulder. So I'm going to come up, hold for 2. I know it was longer than 2. Coming back down, and then opposite. Right arm comes up, left leg, and flexing that left foot. I'm breathing while having that core engaged. Right thumb is pointing to the ceiling, and then we're going opposite. Holding for 1, 2, back down. Coming up, 1, 2, back down. Coming up. Now, for some of you who are beginners and you're just watching this and you're like, Melissa, I'm going all over the place with this. Simply then keep those feet on the mat and focus on just your arms here, okay? For now. And then you'll be able to just gently lift that leg up and down while you're holding, okay? This one I also recommend that if this is your first time doing this, you are new to this class, finding a sheet of paper and or magazine, something that's not a lot of weight to put here on that low back. Because you want to keep those hips even, so it's easy to try to lift that leg too high, and when you do, that magazine or sheet of paper is going to fall off and it's going to alert you to that. So we don't want to harm that low back. We're trying to strengthen that low back by strengthening our core. Let's do one more. And back down. Good. So I'm going to roll back on the ball. Just a little bit of a modified child's pose here, just a little rocking. Good. Feels so good. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to be on our backs, heels on the ball. So I'm just going to gently come down on that right hip, making sure that I can still hold on to that exercise ball. They like to run away. All right. Heels on the ball. Once the back of my head goes flat to the mat, it's going to stay there. So palms face down on either side of those thighs. We're going to come up and just into a gentle reverse plank. So what I want you to do here is find that belly button, suck it to your spine, and then we're taking that pelvic region, we're thrusting up and getting it as high to the ceiling as we can while still trying to keep those heels on the ball. So it's going to require some core strength here. So here we go. Deep breath in. Up. Breathing. Now tell everyone here, if you're just going all over with the ball, try controlling that wiggle with your breath. One more. On that exhale, see how slow you can lower that thumb down to the mat. we're going to go into hamstring curls. So if you're not able to hold the reverse plank, and you're like, okay, Melissa, that was a bit much for me. Stay right here. Keep that bum on the floor, on the mat, and you're just curling those knees in. You're still going to get that same stretch from that coccyx, that hamstring. You'll feel it in that IT band as well, and even in those calves. So for intermediate, more advanced, we're up in reverse plank, curling in for those hamstring curls. And if you want to, you can always add a little bit of a hip press here. This is truly an advanced move here, so be careful for those of you who are watching. So we're curling our hamstrings in. Once here, notice my feet are flat on the ball, then I'm just slightly pushing up. You're really going to feel that in those hamstrings. Back down the plank, hamstring curl out, in, hip press, right here. Breathing. Notice that my head is still flat on the mat. Good. And then gently lowering that bum back down to the mat. So now we're going to start with a really gentle, easy cool down. So we're going to be going into the number 4 stretch. So what I want you to do here is take that right foot off the ball, bend that right knee, placing that right ankle across that left knee. Then we're going to curl that left knee in, wrapping our arms, or hands, around that left hamstring, gently pulling in. Both feet are flexed here. So we're breathing. So we're just starting a gentle cool down here. So if you were giving me 70% today, that heart rate should be elevated. It might even be a little breathy. Those hamstring curls will get you every time in that plank. Breathing. And then gently release that hamstring, allowing that left leg to go straight, placing the right heel back on your exercise ball, bringing that left leg up, bending that knee, placing the left ankle on the right knee, bringing that right knee in. We're going to grab the hamstring on the right leg, gently pulling in. You'll notice you don't have to pull very much. That is a wonderful stretch for that hip, that left hip. Once again, the outside of that hamstring, IT band, and the outside of that calf muscle on that left leg. It's a really nice one. Good. All right, so if you want to continue using your exercise ball in just a few moments for the remainder of cool down, see if you can get it to just kind of stay near you. Hoping it'll stay. All right, so place that exercise ball where you can get to it, bend those knees, placing those feet flat on the mat. We're going to once again bring each bended knee up into our chest, wrapping those arms around, feet are flexed. We're just going to gently go side to side here, just following that belt line. So we did a lot with that low back in engaging our core today. So now we're just going to release from about the mid-thoracic middle back all the way down to the low back. And once again, you might hear some Rice Krispies going on. We're just resetting everything. Nice. So even though you heard me say multiple times today, breathe, 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 sometimes we forget to breathe still. So when we do that, it tightens up those shoulders and those arms. So here, coming back to neutral, so stopping that gentle rocking action, we're going to straighten those legs up. Feet are flexed, so it should look like you're holding up the ceiling. We're going to bring both arms up, palms face together. Shoulders are still flat on the mat. So we're going to take a deep breath in through our nose, and when we do, we're gently going to lift those shoulders up off the mat. So fingertips are trying to touch the ceiling. Exhale, gently releasing those shoulders back down to the mat. So inhale up. Exhale, shoulders come back down. Core's engaged. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's do one more. Inhale up. Exhale down. On that exhale, just allow those arms to gently flutter to the side, palms face down on either side of those thighs. Now, for more intermediate advanced students here, if you have no low back issues, you've really been working on that core and that low back, you can simply keep those legs straight and gently lower those legs down to the mat. for those of you who have low back issues, you're taking this more as a strength building class, bend both knees gently and then allowing one foot to be placed on the mat at a time. Once there, we're going to straighten those legs out and then allowing those feet to fall to the side. So once again, those arms or palms face down or palms face up on either side of your thighs, whatever is most comfortable for you and your shoulders. You know your certain situation. Here, we're in everyone's favorite position, corpse, or otherwise known in yoga as Shavasana. So this is one of your final rest and recovery poses. And it's going to be our final today. We'll do a few more stretches just to make sure you're ready to face the rest of this beautiful afternoon. So you're just focused here on breathing. So you're focused on your breath, bringing your breath back down to a normal cadence, and then lowering your heart rate as well here. Give me one more deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Nice. Now we're gently going to roll over onto your right side. So bend those knees, placing those feet flat on the mat. We're going to roll over, placing that left palm face down in front of that chest. On your next exhale, we're going to use that exhale, pushing it through that hand and pushing ourselves up to a gentle sitting position. Now, sitting position, you can either be crisscross applesauce, legs straight out in front of you, or if you want to do the final stretches on your exercise ball, here's where you're going to retrieve that exercise ball. I'm going to gently get up. I'm going to grab the exercise ball. Once again, making sure that I have a handle on that exercise ball before I put my weight completely on it. And I'm just going to start a gentle bounce once again. Good. Now, once I have a nice rhythm going on the exercise ball, I'm going to take a deep breath in. I'm just going to bring those shoulders up to my earlobes. Exhale. Releasing them back down. You control the force with this. So if you have no shoulder or neck issues, you can bring it up and then let those shoulders drop. If you have shoulder or neck issues, just gentle. One more. Good. Now, bringing those arms straight out in front of you again, palms are faced together. We're going to bring that right arm across our chest. Left arm is either going to go to that right shoulder or right bicep, tricep area, never your elbow. Gentle stretch across. Notice that we're still bouncing gently. Then we're going to bring both arms back, bending those elbows, really get movement in those scapulas and those shoulder blades, pretending that we have a walnut in between those shoulder blades in our back. Trying to hold it steady as we gently bounce. Good. Arms are coming back out. Left arm's going across the chest. Right arm is gently squeezing, gently bouncing. And then coming back out, bending those elbows, bringing those shoulder blades together. Find that walnut. Good. And then coming back. All right. For our last exercise, we're going to be doing 5 neck rolls to the left and 5 to the right. So we're going to gently bring our chin to our chest. When your neck says stop, please stop. Left ear to left shoulder, bringing the back of our head straight back to our back. Right ear to right shoulder, chin to our chest. Gentle neck rolls. You know your mobility and range of motion, so listen to your body, please. Nice. I've got one more to make 5. And then on this one, I'm gently going to lift my chin up, coming back to neutral, and then I'm doing 5 to the right. So right ear to right shoulder, back of the head to our back, left ear to left shoulder, chin to our chest. Gently. I've got 2 more. And 1 more. When you have 5, gently coming back to center on that exercise ball if you're on your exercise ball. Making sure that you're grounded, making sure that you have even weight. Even if you're on your mat, make sure that there's even weight on those sits bones. Everything feels good. Do a quick body scan. Making sure that you don't need to do any additional stretches for you. You certainly can do that on your own time here before you gently bring that ball to a stop. Gently getting up and or gently raising up off the mat. If you are coming up off the mat, please be very careful. Make sure that you get up like you're 103, very slowly and very carefully. And make sure to just get a couple of deep breaths here. So if there's some muscles still a little tweaky, you're still feeling them a little bit, you're like, ooh, I haven't worked those in a while. Just give them a little bit of oxygen. Give them a little bit more TLC. So once again, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. If you didn't have a chance to watch us live, if you're viewing this after the fact on YouTube, everyone, thank you so much for watching us. Please stay safe and healthy, and if we can answer any of your fitness or health questions, give us a call. Until we see each other again, have a great day, everyone. Thank you.